Imagine a future where the laws of physics themselves become part of the game. Picture stepping into a vast arena where gravity doesn't pin you down, where every leap can last minutes, every spin can stretch into infinity, and where the definition of sport is rewritten by the absence of weight. Welcome to the world of zero-gravity sports arenas, a frontier of human creativity, engineering, and play that may one day rival the Olympic Games, the World Cup, and the Super Bowl combined. The concept of zero-gravity athletics begins with a simple idea: take what we know about games and competitions, and reimagine them in an environment where gravity is removed or radically reduced. Traditional sports are built on the physics of Earth, ball games rely on arcs, jumps depend on a set height, and endurance depends on fighting against your own weight. But in zero gravity, those rules vanish. That soccer ball won't curve downward, it will continue indefinitely until stopped. That basketball dunk doesn't mean hanging in the air for a split second, it means soaring for as long as you push forward. The very geometry of play changes. Engineers and futurists imagine these arenas as massive enclosed chambers, shaped like spheres or cylinders, equipped with air circulation, protective padding, and perhaps even adjustable gravity levels. The walls themselves might be covered with rebound material, making them playable surfaces. Picture athletes springing from wall to wall, rebounding like human pinballs, while audiences hover in secured observation decks, watching a spectacle unlike anything on Earth. But what kinds of sports could actually emerge in such a setting? Let's start with familiar games transformed. Zero-gravity basketball would mean a spherical court where the hoop floats in the center, and teams can approach from any direction. No more up or down, every angle is fair play. The defense must think in 360 degrees, and offense becomes a ballet of aerial maneuvers. Soccer and zero-gravity would be a breathtaking dance of ball control and aerial positioning. Instead of a flat field, players would battle in three-dimensional space, passing the ball in arcs that could loop endlessly. Goalkeepers would defend spherical goals that can be attacked from above, below, or sideways. Even American football could evolve, with tackles turning into mid-air grapples, and strategy revolving around inertia and momentum. Of course, entirely new sports would also arise, ones impossible to imagine in our Earth-bound conditions. Imagine orbital tag, where players chase one another in a spherical arena, using bursts of compressed air or thrusters strapped to their suits to propel themselves. Or gravity dodgeball, where dozens of balls fly endlessly until deflected, and players must use acrobatics and shielding to survive. Then there's 3D racing, where contestants navigate obstacle courses suspended in open space, using body momentum, walls, and controlled pushes to guide themselves through. The competitive possibilities are limitless. The technology to make this happen already exists in parts. Space agencies like NASA and private companies like SpaceX have developed microgravity environments for training astronauts, and parabolic flights give brief glimpses of weightlessness. But to build arenas capable of hosting professional sports, we need advancements in materials science, energy management, and safety systems. Artificial gravity manipulation might allow adjustable fields, where some games use near-zero gravity, while others keep a low but noticeable pull to simulate conditions on the Moon or Mars. Entertainment corporations would quickly seize the opportunity. Imagine ESPN 0G, broadcasting the Interplanetary Cup, with athletes from Earth, orbital stations, and eventually lunar colonies. The spectacle alone would attract billions of viewers. Advertisers would sponsor teams, arenas, and even specialized equipment, magnetic boots, jet-assisted gloves, or impact-absorbing suits designed to withstand mid-air collisions. Merchandise would boom, as fans purchase VR headsets that allow them to experience the game from within the arena, flying alongside their favorite players. Zero-gravity sports would also challenge human physiology in fascinating ways. Athletes would need to train in spatial awareness, body control, and three-dimensional coordination. Muscles typically unused in Earth sports, core stabilizers, rotational muscles, even eye-tracking systems, would become critical. Endurance training might involve floating treadmills, resistance bands, and underwater simulation to mimic zero-G. New body types might even dominate. Tall players would no longer have the same advantage as on Earth, while smaller, more flexible athletes could spin, dodge, and maneuver with unmatched agility. But with opportunity comes risk. Safety in zero-gravity sports is a serious concern. High-speed collisions, disorientation, and the lack of a natural down could lead to dangerous impacts. That's why arenas would likely be padded with advanced impact gels, helmets fitted with augmented reality overlays to help with orientation, and emergency gravity systems to restore order if things spiral out of control. Refereeing would also need to evolve. Instead of a whistle, referees might use drone assistants equipped with sensors to monitor fouls, track ball trajectories, and call plays instantly with AI assistance. Beyond the games themselves, the cultural impact of zero-gravity sports could be enormous. Sports have always united humanity across borders. Think of how the Olympics bring together nations, or how the World Cup captures global attention. Now imagine a league that extends not just across countries, but across planets. The first interplanetary sports league could feature Earth-born athletes competing against Martian colonists, each bringing unique training adaptations to the field. Fans on Earth could watch in awe as Martian players, accustomed to low-gravity life, bring astonishing endurance and agility to the zero-G arena. This opens up broader philosophical questions. Are we witnessing the birth of post-Earth culture? If humanity spreads to the stars, will our games evolve with us, reflecting not just survival but joy, artistry, and competition in new physical contexts? Zero-gravity arenas could become more than just venues for sport. They could become theaters of cultural identity, innovation, and unity in an interstellar age. Economically, the ripple effects would be vast. Building these arenas would require advanced space construction industries, from orbital factories producing lightweight materials to autonomous drones assembling habitats in orbit. Entire job sectors would form around training, maintenance, event management, broadcasting, and tourism. Imagine families booking vacations to arena hotels orbiting Earth, where they can watch live games and even participate in amateur zero-G matches themselves. Tourism would explode, with companies offering packages where guests can experience weightless sports firsthand. Just as today's travelers pay to skydive or scuba dive, tomorrow's adventurers may pay to play zero-G volleyball for an afternoon. Schools and universities might eventually have zero-gravity training programs, preparing future generations for a life where space isn't just for astronauts, it's for athletes, entertainers, and everyday people. From a storytelling perspective, zero-gravity sports will reshape movies, video games, and virtual reality. Films set in futuristic societies will showcase elaborate zero-G tournaments. Game developers will design immersive simulations that let players master 3D strategies from home. VR experiences may allow fans to embody their favorite athletes mid-match, creating a fusion of sports and esports unlike anything before. We must also consider accessibility. Sports have always been both inclusive and exclusive, open to those with talent, but also limited by physical ability. In zero gravity, the playing field could shift dramatically. Someone who struggles with running on Earth might thrive in an arena where agility, reaction speed, and spatial intelligence matter more than leg strength. Disabled athletes could find new forms of competition, using custom equipment that enhances their movement in three-dimensional space. The Paralympics of the future might pioneer zero-G sports, leading innovations before mainstream leagues even adapt. The psychology of competition in zero-G also deserves attention. Athletes must overcome vertigo, motion sickness, and disorientation, retraining their minds to think in spheres instead of planes. Coaches would need to develop new strategies, plays designed not just for a court or field, but for the infinite angles of a three-dimensional arena. Entirely new vocabularies of sport would emerge. Terms like orbital assist, vector strike, and inertial pivot could become household phrases, just as slam dunk or hat trick are today. Looking further ahead, zero-gravity sports may evolve beyond arenas and into the cosmos itself. Imagine marathon-style races through orbital stations, capture the flag tournaments across asteroid colonies, or solar sailing competitions near the edge of planetary atmospheres. As humanity pushes deeper into space, our games will follow, turning the universe into the ultimate playing field. There's also the profound human element. Play is part of what makes us human. Throughout history, we've carried games with us wherever we go, from ancient tribal contests to modern stadiums. If humanity is to survive and thrive beyond Earth, zero-gravity sports may become the tradition we carry into the stars, reminding us that life is not just about survival, it's also about joy, creativity, and the thrill of competition. So when we think about zero-gravity sports arenas, we're not just imagining futuristic stadiums. We're imagining a revolution in how humans engage with physics, competition, culture, and one another. They will inspire engineering marvels, challenge athletic limits, and unite fans in ways that transcend borders, even planets. The future of sport might not be on Earth at all. It might be up there, orbiting silently in the blackness of space, filled with the echoes of laughter, cheers, and the thrill of a ball flying endlessly until caught by a daring athlete. And maybe, just maybe, in that weightless arena, humanity will rediscover the purest form of play. The joy of moving freely, unbound by gravity, forever chasing dreams in infinite directions. Imagine standing at the entry of one of these spectacular arenas, where light reflects off the shimmering surface, and the excitement in the air is palpable. Athletes clad in vibrant, high-tech gear prepare for their round of games, each one unique in its challenges, yet united by the absence of gravity. A countdown begins, and suddenly, they launch into the air, defying physics with graceful agility as they position themselves for the impending thrill of competition. As the athletes soar upwards, the crowd bursts into cheers, their voices echoing off padded walls. Each player expertly maneuvers in three-dimensional space, passing the ball with precise control, creating arcs that twinkle like shooting stars. A player aiming for the floating hoop performs a dazzling twist, drawing gasps from the audience, before effortlessly launching the ball, which glides and spins towards its target. The anticipation builds, and for a moment, time seems to stretch as everyone holds their breath, eyes riveted on the arc of the shot. As the ball nears the hoop, a defender springs into action, twisting mid-air to intercept, only to miss by a hair's breadth. It soars gracefully, a beautiful dance of determination and skill, before swishing through the hoop. The crowd erupts into roars of excitement, their cheers vibrating through the air as the scoreboard lights up, announcing a crucial point. A coach shouts encouragement from the sidelines, gesturing wildly, eyes gleaming with hope. In the midst of this breathtaking spectacle, the camera pans to the spectators, who float in their own suspended bliss, eyes wide as they witness the unfolding drama of the game. As the game unfolds, strategies shift in real time. Players communicate swiftly, their voices mingling with the hum of the arena's advanced audio system. The energy is electric, palpable with each tactical movement, as teams execute aerial formations crafted in the heat of the moment. A rival team's captain darts towards the wall, launching off with exuberance, using the rebound to catapult himself over defenders, drawing cheers from spectators who sense the intensity rising. Just then, a quick pass finds its way to the younger player on the squad, who, despite their slight frame, has trained rigorously for this very moment. With eyes focused and heart racing, they begin to spin, a swift motion that combines finesse with raw spirit, setting the stage for an unforgettable play that might just redefine the essence of competition in this breathtaking world. Suddenly, the young player sees an opening and makes a daring dash towards the floating ball, propelling themselves off a nearby wall. As they extend their arm, fingertips brushing against the surface of the ball, the world seems to hold its breath. The arena remains suspended in a moment of pure anticipation. Every gaze is fixed on this pivotal encounter. Like a comet streaking through the void, they launch into a magnificent spin, their limbs trailing like tendrils of fabric in the air. Adrenaline surges as they execute a perfect maneuver, launching the ball into a breathtaking arc that defies expectation. With a thud, it connects with the basket just in time, a spectacular finish that sends shockwaves through the spectators. Cheers erupt, voices blending into a symphony of triumph, echoing through the arena as the scoreboard lights up, embodying the spirit of innovation and the thrill of play in this extraordinary realm. The game presses onward, each moment unfolding like a carefully choreographed dance, athletes adapting their strategies with every heartbeat. The rivals exchange glances, intuitively reading each other's movements in the fluidity of their three-dimensional environment. Suddenly, a player from the opposing team darts toward the outer edge of the arena, using the spherical boundary to launch themselves into a daring aerial dive. Their trajectory is calculated, a perfect blend of speed and grace, evoking gasps from the onlookers floating nearby. Mid-air, they twist, preparing to execute a stunning deflection of a rapidly approaching ball aimed by a teammate, who watches with fierce determination. All seems to slow briefly as the player prepares for impact, muscles tense, eyes locked on their goal. The ball meets their hand with a resounding pop, sending it spiraling away, a brilliant blur through the arena's expanse. As the ball spins away, the atmosphere erupts into a whirlwind of excitement, with floating spectators exchanging exhilarated whispers, their hearts racing in tandem with the athlete's pulse. Down on the arena floor, players recalibrate, eyes fixed on the errant orb dancing between them, a beacon calling for quick, decisive action. The defending team regroups, heightening their focus, shifting postures, readying themselves for what is sure to be a breathtaking counterattack. In an elegant twist, one of the defenders propels off the wall, utilizing centrifugal force to launch into the air, stretching their arms wide to intercept the ball just before it drifts too far away. Cheers erupt anew, rising into a crescendo as they grasp the ball firmly, a moment of triumphant artistry amidst the exhilarating chaos unfolding in the zero-gravity realm. The game has reached a fever pitch as the second half unfolds, revealing the athletes' resilience and ingenuity against the rigors of zero gravity. With the scoreboard reflecting a narrow lead, the defiant spirit of competition ignites an unparalleled intensity among players. They engage in breathtaking passes and daring maneuvers, showcasing not only profound skill but also their profound understanding of spatial dynamics. A quick glance from the captain signals a tactical shift, rallying teammates for a coordinated assault that defies conventional play. They form a spiral, merging and weaving through the air, a synchronized ballet of bodies in motion, fueled by their shared determination to push boundaries. In this moment, the essence of humanity thrives, as they reshape the very fabric of sport itself into something extraordinary. As the second half races towards its thrilling conclusion, the evenly matched teams ramp up their efforts, exchanging high-speed passes and breathtaking aerial displays. Tension hangs in the air, thick enough to slice, as each player strives to anticipate the other's next move. With the clock ticking down, a strategic play emerges from the captain, who motions for an unexpected shift in formation. The players, seamlessly adapting, find themselves dancing through the arena, bodies intertwining in a mesmerizing spectacle of strength and elegance. Suddenly, a player launches from the base of the curved wall, vaulting into a multi-dimensional spin that captivates the audience, their movements echoing a combination of artistry and athleticism the likes of which have never been seen before in any sport. In the final moments of the match, every second counts, and the pressure reaches a boiling point. The captain of the defending team makes a daring decision, signaling for a full-throttle offensive push. With a synchronized effort, teammates launch themselves off various surfaces, forming a multi-tiered assault that confounds their rivals. The crowd builds in anticipation, each fan captivated by the sheer audacity of the play unfolding before them. As they explode into motion, the field becomes a blinding whirl of limbs and colors, crafting a living tapestry of competition. Just as the clock ticks down to the last few seconds, the ball springs free from a tight cluster of athletes, captured mid-air by an agile forward. With a flick of their wrist, the ball is sent hurtling towards the floating hoop. Time stretches, hearts race, and in that electrifying instant, the arena is filled with a deafening silence as eyes track the trajectory of the shot. With an explosive burst of energy, the ball glides through the air, spinning elegantly as it nears the hoop. The collective breath of the audience is held in a moment of anticipation, a fragile silence enveloping the arena as spectators lean forward, eyes wide with hope. Will it connect? The ball dances on the cusp of destiny as it approaches the hoop, no longer just an object, but a symbol of every effort, every sweat drop, encapsulating the thrill of this breathtaking competition. Finally, with a satisfying swish, it passes through the hoop, igniting an eruption of elation that shakes the very fabric of the arena. Cheers and laughter blend into a cacophony of joy, echoing through the zero-gravity realm as players rush to celebrate, a mass of triumphant energy defying gravity in their enthusiastic embrace. In the aftermath of the match, the atmosphere hums with palpable energy. Players unite in celebration, their camaraderie shining brighter than the score itself. Coaches rush onto the field, beaming with pride, embracing their athletes who've showcased determination and creativity beyond expectations. Cameras hover above, capturing every moment, beaming it back to eager fans worldwide, while drones buzz around like excited fireflies, gathering images of this historic contest. Commentators in the observation decks share their thrill in real time, weaving stories of triumph and heart, ensuring viewers are not just spectators but participants in this extraordinary new age of sports. Fans, both at the arena and at home, are left dreaming of the next match, ignited by the boundless potential of zero-gravity athletics. As the dust settles and the match concludes, conversations explode among fans, each recounting the electrifying moments that just unfolded. In the shadows of the arena, engineers and scientists fervently take notes, analyzing every play to push the boundaries of what's possible further. Their minds race with the implications of this thrilling contest, envisioning innovations not just in sports, but in technology and health, inspired by the human spirit of competition. Families file out of the arena, their faces lit with excitement, where children dream of becoming the next zero-gravity athletes, taking inspiration from the dazzling display of physical prowess and ingenuity. Victory today signifies more than just a game, it marks the dawn of a revolutionary era in sports, a spark that ignites the imagination of billions around the globe. As the lights dim and the last echoes of celebration fade, the legacy of this day will resonate far beyond the confines of the arena, planting the seeds for the future of human endeavor in ways never before thought imaginable. As the crowds disperse, the air is still thick with excitement, and the conversation buzzes with ideas, a resurgence of dreams and possibilities ignited by this zero-gravity spectacle. People ponder how these extreme athletic feats might influence other realms, from science to art, as the echoes of triumph linger in their minds. The world outside the arena reawakens, touched by the fervor of innovation that flows from this groundbreaking event. Perhaps, they muse, this is only the beginning. A new chapter in human exploration awaits, where fearlessness and creativity combine to redefine our understanding of competition, community, and even existence. Each visionary thought spirals higher, much like the athletes themselves, buoyed by the weightlessness of hope that this journey through the cosmos will further inspire all. As the sun sets beyond the horizon, casting ethereal glows over the arena, the discussions spill onto the streets filled with eager citizens. Ideas flow like a vibrant current, with tech entrepreneurs sketching plans for equipment that can adapt to changing gravitational forces while artists dream of choreographed performances that blend dance and sport. Schools begin to develop curricula introducing zero-gravity concepts, nurturing young minds to think beyond Earth-bound limitations. The public buzz grows, igniting dreams not just of competition in the arena but of the endless possibilities that await humanity in the stars. Spurred by this unprecedented spectacle, the dialogue about what it means to be human, our passion for play, our quest for innovation, takes on new dimensions, promising adventures far beyond the realms of gravity, reaching into the very fabric of existence itself. As enthusiasm washes over communities, a unified determination emerges, reminding everyone that with each leap into the weightlessness, they are chasing a future crafted not just with ambition, but with the joy of exploration and the spirit of unity that fuels the human heart. As the energy of the crowd begins to wane, conversations ebb and flow like gentle waves. Groups gather in clusters, animated discussions about the athletes' performances mingling with dreams of future matches. Children race around, mimicking movements they just witnessed, jumping off low surfaces as if defying gravity themselves. Nearby, an old coach reflects on the evolution of sports, pondering how this new realm has transformed everything. Once limited by physical constraints, now freed to explore artistry and endurance. Familiar faces turn to each other, smiles radiating hope, signaling the dawn of a new era filled with infinite possibilities. In this brave new world of zero-gravity sports, the lines between play and innovation blur, creating a vibrant tapestry woven with human spirit and ambition. Each leap taken not only defies gravity but also transcends our understanding of sport, paving a path toward a future brimming with unity and exploration, forever changing humanity's relationship with competition and creativity. Hey, if you're enjoying this video and want to see more like it, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.